both hands up. Hey, what's up, Disney kids? So my intros are gonna kind of be different every time, I guess I've decided, so depending on the theme of the video. Today is a story time about the time I almost died at Disney. Now I know what you're thinking, McKenna, you clickbaited this video, like obviously you didn't almost die at Disney, you're here today, you don't have any wounds, you're fine. Listen, I've got a story to tell you. So basically my junior year of high school, we went on this field trip to Florida to Disney to participate in a softball tournament. While we weren't playing and practicing, we got to go to the parks. So we went to 3 parks. We went to Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios. So I think it was the second day we went to Hollywood Studios, and this is where this story is going to be taking place. If any of you guys haven't been to Hollywood Studios before, the Hollywood Tower of Terror is actually located there. If you haven't been to or don't know what the Hollywood Tower of Terror is, it's based off of the TV show The Twilight Zone. A very tall building. It's very creepy, very eerie. You go inside and it's all like old, dusty, antique-ish furniture. Basically, you have to go up this hill to even get there in the first place. It started pouring rain. I think 8 of us waiting in line for this ride. We went on the first time. It was fine. Basically, you go up into the room where you're about to board the elevator, which is the ride, and you go through like this, I would consider it like a maintenance room. So it's a bunch of pipes, a bunch of like tanks, but it's obviously for the creepiness of getting on this kind of maintenance elevator. The workers that are working there are very creepy. They're all wearing hotel butler uniforms. They start maniacally laughing after things that they say. I remember the first guy, and he rolls his eyes in the back of his head. We got on the elevator. It's a sitting one. You buckle up here. You go in. You go through a storyline. There's holographic ghost figures kind of telling you about who owned the hotel, what happened that night. Then you hit a wall that separates, and you go forward and it's pitch black, and then you go down and up and down and up and down and up, and you can see outside to the park, so you can see how high you are and like what's happening because there are the windows. So we went up for a second time. Mind you, it's still raining. It's still a thunder and lightning storm outside. The whole concept of the ride is the top of the hotel gets struck, and then supernatural things start happening and the elevator starts going up and down. We get up to the top and we have a different worker. It was a girl, which is important to the story later. I have 4 friends sitting in front of me, and then I have 3 friends sitting on my side, and I'm in the middle. I'm right by the aisle on the second row. I'm sitting by my friend Shawnee, so she's gripping my arm because we know what's coming. We're kind of scared, but we're like, it was so much fun the first time, so it's fine. So we buckle up, we get ready to go, and of course the worker has to say something sketchy, like, maybe we'll see you next time, or maybe not. Something creepy like that. There's like a half door and she closes it and goes, bye, and then maniacally laughs and walks away. We go through the storyline, we hit the wall. The wall opens up, we go in. We invite you, if you dare, to step aboard, because in tonight's episode, you're the star. And this elevator travels directly to the Twilight Zone. So we obviously know what's happening next. We go down and up and down, up, down, stop. It stops moving. What's happening? And all of a sudden you hear the lady who put us on earlier come over a speaker. Everybody put your hands up. And we were like, oh, like that's funny. Put your hands up and I'm gonna drop you again. We were all like, like I don't wanna, because like you're gonna drop me and I'm really scared. And so she's like, both hands up. My friend Shonda next to me is like, you can see me? You can see me? I don't know what's happening. So after she like told us to put our hands up, it kind of took her a while. Like no one had talked for a period of time. We're like, okay, like scared that this woman's holding us hostage or something. Like putting our hands up, we're like, we're gonna get shot. Like she can see us. She has access to cameras. She knows what's happening. This is it. We're done. We're gonna hit the bottom and she's gonna have a gun and she's coming after us for some reason. We are all in a panic. All right, one of your passengers decided that it was okay not to have their buckle on. What do you mean you don't have your seatbelt on? So everyone, we will be lowering you to the ground in a few seconds, and just everyone calm down, keep your arms up, and we're going to lower you to the bottom. When you open up at the bottom, you never meet the same worker that you had before. So it opens and it's our same worker. It's the same girl. You can see her, she comes out, she goes, guys, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. This is a safety precaution. Whoever this is can fling out of the seat and hit the roof and basically die. Oh yeah, fun! So she starts clearing rows one by one, and she clears both of our rows, and the only row that she doesn't clear is the row that's directly to my left but up one. The row was called like 2C, something along those lines. Everyone gets cleared out except for that row, and they said, row 2C, you need to stay behind. We need to have a discussion with you. We all get off and they guide us to a real elevator, and they say, we're gonna take you straight to the top and we're gonna go again. You guys are just gonna get right to the front of the line. You guys didn't get to experience the ride in full the first time. Well, what's happening to 2C? As the Hollywood Tower of Terror workers do, they looked at us with a straight face and went, row 2C? You won't be seeing them anymore. What? So we get inside this elevator, and mind you, it's still pouring. And we are in the elevator with about 4 different workers, plus everyone who is on that ride except for the other 2. So we are crammed in this elevator. I made the joke where like, so this is where the real ride starts. Like, there's a thunderstorm outside. This is where we start actually going. And thankfully we got to the top and nothing happened, because I would have cried. I was scared the whole ride up, but we got up to the top and the worker goes, you guys are the ride that had to stop, right? Yep, that's us. As we're still slightly traumatized. So we get up to the top and he said, just go right in whatever spot you were before. They have a diagram on the floor with little dots signifying each spot so they can just quickly enter everyone by the row that they're marked on the floor. So we go in and we line up on these dots. That row is missing, obviously, and he looks at me and he goes, where'd that row go? They had to stay at the bottom. I don't know what happened. And he said, I know what that means, and maniacally laughs. What is up with that? We all looked at each other, we went, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean? We get on the ride and thankfully everything was okay. We did hear later on that what happened was, it was 2 men and one girl in the middle, and it was because this girl was so light that it didn't detect that her seatbelt was on. Because she was so light, she was flinging up and down, clenching it to the smallest setting. She still had a lot of room to be flung up and down. No, I didn't actually almost die at Disney. I thought that I was almost gonna die. I thought I was gonna be held hostage. In fact, once we got off, I thought that row 2C was gonna die, and Disney had like some scheme that they were gonna take them away. You ruined our ride, you could have ruined us, kind of thing. No, that was just the Tower of Terror workers being creepy as heck as always, even in concerning times. That's my story. I hope you enjoyed. I am safe. Again, I wasn't the one who almost died. In fact, it could have been that girl who was sitting next to me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I'm sorry if the story time ended up being a little long. So if you have any suggestions for a video, please put it down below. And thanks for watching.
Hello everybody and welcome to my vlog.
Fuck, that's Scotty's. I know what you're thinking, too much Scotty in this video, I get it.